everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and today we are talking about the CEO Strategy Planner for Creative Entrepreneurs. And I realize this video is running late. I do apologize. I did not think about Tuesday when I needed to be filming this video that I had to go run errands and pay bills. For those of you who do not know, I live literally out in the middle of nowhere, and my directions to my house include turn off the paved road. Any place that I need to go to do business is over 100 miles round trip. And that between that drive and the errands themselves, it just pretty much taxes my energy. So I don't know what I was thinking and that I was going to record this video on Tuesday. My brain just wasn't on my shoulders. And then today I watched the inauguration while I was trying to finish prepping for this video. So this is where we are at today. We are talking about the CEO Strategy Planner for Creative Entrepreneurs, which has been created by Alexis, aka Miss Trenchcoat, all across the internet, as she likes to say. And Alexis has spent several years, aside from being in the corporate spectrum and seeing how things work, and knowing how the different wheels and different cogs in the wheel to make things run. She has studied and tried to find the planner that would let her run her business efficiently and successfully. And when she couldn't find one that was out there, she started designing what she knew she needed, taking pieces from this, pieces from that, and creating this fabulous planner. Now, I can say that over the last 3 or 4 years, I have studied different planner methods for running a business, whether it's a side hustle or wanting to start your own business. And like Alexis, I just wasn't finding what I needed. Leave it to Alexis to come up with the perfect planner for those of us who are creatives, who think in the vein of, I create something, how do I market it? How do I stay on a productive flow? Where do I market it? Who is my target audience? How do I track my supplies, my income, all that stuff? And she's packaged it all so sweetly in this planner that I'm going to walk you through today. Now, I took you through this planner a little bit a couple, 3 weeks ago. And I have since gone back and filled in some of my stuff. I'm not going to be able to share everything with you. And there's a lot of it I'm still figuring out as I go. So you can grow this with me. Now, this planner is made for people who create, people who want to start or have a business that want to grow their creative business, whether you are an artist or you are an author, or you just make stuff and want to sell stuff as a side hustle. There are still things you need to track and able to stay on task and make your even a side hustle profitable. And that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm going to start with the very beginning, get past my inbox, the business plan itself. Now she starts with an executive summary, which is the business name and your tagline. This is basically your elevator pitch. What is your name of your business, and what is your business about? So my business is Kelly's Creative Dreams, and I want to create quality products for people who enjoy journals and making journals. My business values include having a quality product, providing the best customer service that I can, and having a business that will supplement our retirement. I'm about creating products for people who have a passion for creating journals and other art forms while depleting my stash. And trust me, there's a lot of it. And providing items that I can make that others may not have the supplies to create their own. Not everybody has a fabric stash like I do. Not everyone has a ribbon and lace stash like I do. Not everyone has the capabilities to cut tags. Or other decorative elements, such as using a Sizzix or a Vagabond or a Scan and Cut, or even the massive supply of punches that I have. Stamped images. Not selling the stamped images themselves because that's a copyright thing, but creating things such as decorative tags and elements that use those stamped images. And I have a massive amount of stamps. I have, if you know anything about the Scrap Rack by Tiffany Spalding, I have a triple base, and I still have stuff that does not fit on that triple base. That's just basic scrapbooking supply stuff. And then I've got 3 drawers of nothing but ribbons and fibers. I have 7 binders that are nothing but mixed media, garbage type, junk journal type stuff. And then I have a whole section of my office dedicated to just Kim Holtz stuff. So I have it all. And it's time that I shared. I mean, I've collected it, but for what reason? To play with. And if I'm going to play, I might as well add it to somebody else's stash. My business sells journals and journaling products. Anything that you could possibly want to put in a journal, junk journal, art journal, or otherwise, I will sell it in my shop. My customers are people who enjoy journaling that may not have the access to the things that I do, and probably in an age range of 30 to 70. Now, I realize that is a wide scope. 40 years is a wide banner. But we have the 30-year-olds who are trying to find a side hustle due to the work issues that we've come up with based on the past year. We have 40 and 50-year-olds that are starting to look towards retirement and wanting to do something with their time after they retire. And then we have the 60 and 70-year-olds who have probably, a lot of them have journaled most of their life, or they have collected stuff, and now they're getting into the journaling and the junk journaling, and they want to do something besides just sit and become a lump on the couch in their retirement years. So it's a wide scope, and what I do will hit all of those boxes. My product, my outcomes to produce for my customers is that they have more of a variety of the products to play with to create the journals that they envision. And I will be marketing to my customers via YouTube, my blog, Pinterest, and Instagram. Primarily YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. My brand vision is that I want to monetize my YouTube channel. In the next year, I want to gain lots of Etsy love, and I want to have a regular monthly turnover in my shop. In the next 3 years, I want to have built up consistent sales, and I want to start offering courses on YouTube. In the next 5 years, I would like to have depleted my stash and be at a 5-figure income as an author. And then by 10 years, I'd like to be at the point where I can be creating things just for me and at a 6-figure author income, so that I can enjoy my leisure time, because by then Bob and I will be in our early 70s, and I'm not going to want to work 12-hour days and not spend those twilight years with the man of my dreams. So then we get to the business plan, and this takes us quarter by quarter. Quarter 1, I'd like to have a minimum of $200 in sales. Now that is January, February, and March. But since I'm getting such a late start into January, I have to focus on what I think I can make from February and March. And I'm going to be new at getting my name out there, so the sales may begin to come in slower. In quarter 2 is traditionally a slow month for sales anyway, so I'm looking at $300 in quarter 2. Quarter 3, I'm really jumping up, and I want a minimum of $800 quarter, because that starts my holiday sales, because my holiday begins with the fall stuff. And then in quarter 4, I would love to see a $2,000 quarter for that one, and that would really top off my year. That would give me over $3,000 for my first year. Now keep in mind, this is income. This is not sales. This is income. So my quarter 1 objectives are to get my store on track and grow my subscribers. My objectives for quarter 2 are to be consistent with my store content and be prepping for the third quarter product and marketing. For quarter 3, my objectives are to begin building for the holiday launch, have my fall product launch, and be consistent with my store. And in quarter 4, market with the consistency of the product in my store. Now my products are going to be journals, journal kits, embellishment items for journals. That could be anything from simple embellishment clusters to large tags, pockets, whatever. And then my soft lines, which are all my fabric items, whether fabric for people to make their own fabric flips, fabric tucks, fabric tags, embroidered items, that kind of thing. My marketing is going to be through Pinterest, Instagram, YouTube, and my blog. For my list building, I'm still working on the list building aspect of this. And then my development, the things that I want to get done in Q1 are to get my LLC set up for this and my author account, and to increase my photo skills so that I'm putting good quality pictures of product on Etsy. Now my business plan for January is to get 5 new products in the store. Yes, in the next week. Some of them will be Valentine items and some general products. In February, I want to cap off the Valentine sale and clear it out the end of the first week in February, because I don't want to be trying to ship Valentine items with the way this mail system is and not have them arrive in time. And then get my Easter and spring content in there. And then for March, really jumping in with the spring content and 5 other journals and their kits. So for January, and I've got the numbers over here, that I'm going to go to the Q1 income. I'm wanting to put in Valentine journals, Love Notes journals, spring journals, Easter journals, Valentine, spring, and Easter kits, fabric packs, and the flower packs. And I've not added this up yet, but one of the things on this income breakdown that Alexis stresses is, don't look at a dollar amount. Look at the numbers of what you think you feasibly create. And those will equate into the sales and the numbers that you want. So if you want to sell, as she puts it, if I want to sell $75 total in Valentine journals, I have to sell 3 of those. So I've got to have 3 Valentine journals in my shop to make that $75 total. And we'll do this each quarter breakdown. So this is where I'm at with Q1. And then I've got a space here to do my income generation brainstorming of what I need to do. And personally, I don't think there's enough room here, but that's why I have these pretty note papers in the front. Then we get into January and just what needs to take place in January. So my focus is going to be on journals and kits. And my campaigns will be through Instagram and YouTube this month. I'm not going to go focusing across the board on all 4 of my channels. I want to focus on Instagram and YouTube with daily photos and YouTube flip-throughs of the journals and showing off what the kit contents are. So that's my January. And then over here I've got my business plan for my key tasks of what do I need to do. Okay, I need to make 3 Valentine journals. I need to cut everything for the fabric packs, that kind of thing. And then on these, we've got, and I need to pull this up here like this so I can read it, because obviously, there's my cheaters. Because it's so small, I can't see it. I can check off when I've done the products, when I've done my list building, when I've done my marketing for that, and anything else that I thought that I needed to be taken care of with that. And I can see back over the end of the quarter, over January, where I spent the most time, and was it a profitable amount of time, or should I have spent more time on something else? And then I've created a package tracker here for me that I know when I've shipped something out or when I've ordered something online that I needed, so that I have everything here in my business planner. I've created that one. And then we do that for all 3 months in each quarter. And then back here, in the back, in our objectives section, we have our project sheets. So I can mark down, okay, I have 3 Valentine journals that I want to get done. So what is my start date? When am I starting those? And I'm actually starting those on Friday. And when they're due, so that I can get them in the shop. So my Valentine's this year is going to be a 1-week really push hard sale. And then I can put down what are the strategic steps that I need to take to ensure that I get those things done. So is it picking out the things that I need for my cover or for my pages, or getting the tags made, or figuring out the layouts for the corner text, that kind of thing. And so that I can, instead of trying to look at the big picture, I'm going to cut that big picture down into wallet sizes of tasks to get done. I'll do this today. While this is drying, I can work on this. And do that every day up until I'm ready to get stuff in the shop. And I also learned from past experience that getting items into my Etsy shop is an all-day process. So I will need to make sure I mark on my calendar what day I am spending doing nothing but getting photos and write-ups done in the Etsy shop. So we've got those. And then we also have the marketing itself. Content brainstorming. What am I going to put on for Instagram? What am I going to be doing for YouTube? And what am I going to do for Pinterest? Well, I've got to set my Pinterest board up. I mean, I have a Pinterest board. I am Color Muse on Pinterest. But I need to set up a specific board for the business where I'm highlighting the things that I'm doing. And I've not quite decided how I'm going to do that yet. That's another whole sit down with the computer kind of day where nobody bothers me and I can do that. So, and I've got a couple 3 days coming up off. However, there are also a couple 3 days that Bob is going to be home. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's what I'm working on next. Then we have our finances where we break everything down. And what our income was for January, anything that I spent money on, and what my profit or loss was. And this is important because you have to know where your money is coming in from. And this is great if you have multiple income sources. And that's why one of my things is to build up my YouTube numbers so that I can monetize my YouTube channel. So then I would have a second source of income. Just some little things to go on there that I can get that building. And then we have, here it is. I had taken this off of something else from a workbook that I'd got from Alexis in quarter one. What is your end goal or objective? Why is this something you're trying to achieve? And how will your life and or the lives of others you know improve as a result of the project? Well, I'll have a stocked Etsy store with rotation of seasonal items. I will have fresh content which will increase traffic and sales. I will have additional cash flow towards paying off our house in 2 years so that Bob can retire without having to touch his retirement fund. And it will also eliminate a surplus of my stuff. So that's my objective. Last couple of things here. 4 key parts to using this planner is that you will knowing where you want to go. You will be able to map out a consistent plan. You'll be able to organize the work for more efficient flow, knowing your projects, what needs to be done. And you'll be able to track to see if what you're doing has you going in the right direction. Are you spending too much time marketing and not enough getting new product out? I wasn't doing either one. That a business with a plan will achieve better results with less effort. So come back. I'm going to say probably the first Wednesday in February will be when we talk about how I did in January, what I accomplished, and what I'm looking at for February. So at the end of the day, ask yourself, did what I do today move me closer to my goal? If not, reevaluate, because tomorrow is a new day. If you like the content of the Creativity Planner and wanting to run a business and wanting the tips, please feel free to like this video, and I will be back here every Wednesday, most Wednesdays, to talk about some sort of finance. And remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you back here. Don't think there's going to be a video on Thursday. Not this week, but I'll see you back here for Friday for Finish It Friday. Woohoo! I'm ready. Are you? Thanks for joining me in the studio today. Creative blessings.